What is going on, everybody? It is almost week 4 of the
Yes.
NFL. We're already almost 4 weeks into this season.
We are nearly
It's
a month.
it's flying. It's just absolutely flying. I would just like to say I did better on my picks than you did last week.
Yeah. Whatever. No, whatever. Just yep.
I gotta take my W's when I can get them. All right.
When you get them nearly. I'm okay. You always beat me at this freaking game. The first year I got you.
The first year you kicked my butt, dude.
Yeah. First year I kicked your butt, and then the last 2 years I've been getting my butt kicked. So.
All right. So are you ready to just jump into this? Don't want to do a review of last week at all because I kind of have a few games I'd like to talk about with you.
Yeah. All right. Let's do a quick.
Just
review.
like a quick. What were your favorite games from this week?
I thought. Okay. I mean. Okay. Bucks Rams was the game that we thought it would be.
Yep.
It was a really good game.
Contest. Yep.
I didn't get to watch a lot of the Packers and the 49ers, but like live at least. But when I went back and watched the replay, that was a good game.
It was a good game.
That was a good game.
That was your classic Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Just dagger to the heart game. That most teams have experienced at one point or another. So that was a great game.
And then the other one, I mean, it was a bad game, but Baltimore-Detroit ending on the longest field goal of all time.
There was some history happening there. I mean, the other history-making moment killed me on the inside because the Jags did it to my Cardinals.
Yes.
Technically, the Cardinals did it to themselves.
Yeah.
By being the Cardinals. So that was...
Yeah, but and then you may talk about it. Go on.
Okay, I'm just gonna say this because I think there were like 3 people in the whole world who agreed with me on this. I had one of those gut feelings. You know when you just have that feeling about something?
Yeah.
I just had that feeling that the Chargers were gonna go into Arrowhead and just take it to them.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it would be close because the Chiefs are no joke. But I just had a feeling that because everyone in the media and everyone you talk to was like, ain't no way, Stephen A. Smith, ain't no way the Chargers are going to go into Arrowhead after the Chiefs have lost and hand them another L. And I had this feeling before anyone was even talking about the game, just because the last 2 contests they've had up against each other since Herbert has been there.
Mm-hmm.
I just had a feeling. I was like, I even put a bet on. I put money on specifically.
You did.
That this was going to happen. I put money on this and that the
Falcons
were going to beat the Giants.
And that the...
No. That was it.
Yeah,
that was my bet.
That was your bet.
I put the Falcons were going to beat the Giants because the odds on that were kind of ridiculous.
They're like $3 favorites.
Yeah, it was weird.
I was like, what?
And then there was a pretty big divide on the odds of the Chargers winning as well. So I put money on it and it paid off for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty stoked about it. It was a pretty good game. I mean, Mahomes didn't have a great game.
No.
And the Chiefs defense was
horrendous.
Not great. Not having a great day.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a good game. So the NFL's been giving us some bangers so far, to be honest. It's been pretty good. So let's take a look at what we have going on this week what we think's going to happen.
So, Thursday night football.
You've got the showdown between the number 1 picks.
Trevor Lawrence comes in and tries to get his first NFL win against Joe Burrow.
I'm so excited for this game.
Jacksonville at Cincinnati.
I'm so excited for this game.
I am too. I'm really looking forward to this one. I think it's going to be a good... I use the term good very loosely. I think this is going to be a absolute mess of a game.
Oh, I think it's going to be so messy.
It's going to be awful. It is going to be a shocking game of football. You're at the end going to go, that was, without question, 60 minutes of just awfulness.
I don't know, man. Because the way the Bengals played the Steelers, they still put on a good game.
Yeah, that's fair. That is
So-
fair. I mean, the Bengals aren't horrifically bad this year like they normally are.
No.
So
My question is, the thing that's exciting about this to me and why I think everyone else is excited is you want to see the quarterbacks dueling. You want to see number one pick versus previous number one pick and just see what's out there. Now, I know it's not going to be purely that because the team you're surrounded by plays a big part in your success. But I'm fascinated because Burrow has shown us that he's a great quarterback.
Yeah.
He's come out of LSU, his history making LSU season, and has shown us that he is a good quarterback.
Yes.
We're still having some trouble with Lawrence at this point.
Lawrence is finding his feet.
He's getting there,
Yep.
but we haven't seen it quite yet.
This
So
could be a game that Lawrence needs. This could be,
It could be.
Cincinnati's defense ain't great.
No.
His offense isn't good.
Yeah.
But it might give him a bit of that confidence he needs and to get over the line and actually win this game. I'm still going to go the Bengals.
Okay.
I'm still going the Bengals. I think that they will win, but I think they win it with a chip shot field goal to win the game.
You think it's a walk-off field goal?
I think it's a walk-off field goal.
Okay. I'm picking the Bengals as well, but I'm not going to say that it's going to be walk-off anything.
Okay.
Like, I don't know if I believe in the Jags offense.
No, that's
outside
fair.
of Trevor Lawrence, I don't know if I have confidence in their offense.
No, that's fair. I don't really either, but
so I'm going with the Bengals. But I think it's going to be a very interesting game.
All right. The first window on Sunday football, we have Tennessee going into New Jersey to beat up on the Jets.
You've got the quarterback that was almost ruined by Adam Gase.
Yep.
Going in to just destroy what's left of the New York Jets.
Yeah, of what's left of the team that Adam Gase ruined
and destroyed. I'm very concerned about this game. I'm concerned about most of the games that the Jets go into.
There's a few games this year. There's a few games this week that I'm slightly concerned about.
I really hope that there is some silver lining at some point this season for the Jets. I just haven't seen anything that tells me that's going to happen yet.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be rough.
I think
especially because I think the Titans feel like they still have something to prove with how their season has started. Hasn't been a great start for them. It's been a bit messy.
Yeah, especially with, obviously the first game against the Cardinals wasn't fantastic. It was terrible. Yeah. But then, the comeback, the comeback winning against the Seahawks was very messy. Last week was a decent game.
Yeah, it was. So I'm picking the Titans.
I'm also going to go Titans. Yeah, this is gonna be ugly.
Yeah,
like real ugly. I wouldn't be surprised if it's 21-point difference at least. I'm going a 21-point difference.
All right, fair enough.
All right, next up we have Kansas City going into Philadelphia, and look, Kansas City has a lot to prove this week. I feel sorry for the Eagles. I have a feeling they're about to be beaten up.
They're about to be the punching bag.
Yeah, I feel like there's some aggression.
All of the frustrations that Kansas City has had the last 2 weeks, I feel like are about to be solely taken out on Philadelphia.
Yeah.
And honestly, if, like everyone's expecting, because everyone is giving the Chiefs the benefit of the doubt, which is fine, if they go into this game having cleaned up all their turnover errors, having tightened up their protection of the ball, and even if their defense plays like 20% better than they played last week, I think they're going to be fine. But if they let this Eagles defense do what the Chargers defense did to them, where they get a bunch of turnovers and it's very sloppy, as long as the Chiefs go in with clean gameplay, where they don't do anything silly, they should easily win this game.
Look, this one could be an absolute bloodbath.
Could be. If we get the Kansas City Chiefs everyone's expecting us to get, then it should be that.
The one fear that Kansas City might have is that, and the one thing that Eagles fans can hold their hopes on is Mahomes, because Mahomes hasn't actually had this much pressure on him. I don't
No.
think he's ever been in this position where
I don't think so either.
he's had the level of pressure of, oh shit, are they done?
Yeah.
Is the window closed?
The problem is it's a hangover year.
Yeah,
like,
it's starting to feel like a hangover.
It's starting to feel like a hangover year.
It's starting to feel like a hangover instead of we're going for the third.
Yeah.
It's the window's starting to close, guys. And, Mahomes' contract is now starting to eat up into the salary cap.
Yeah,
it's not.
Look, I'm not saying there's any situation where I believe the Eagles are going to win this game.
No, I definitely do not think
that's going to happen. But I would like to see a cleaner game from Mahomes, where there's just silly stuff as just for now, even if it's just a couple games to get back into a rhythm, just cut out some of the flashy stuff. Just try and get back on track. But I'm picking Kansas City.
Yeah, I'm picking Kansas City as well. Next up, we have, I think, arguably the most important game in the early window for both teams.
I agree.
We have Carolina Panthers going into Dallas to face the Cowboys. This is, I think, a really important game for both teams. I think both just whatever team wins this game will emerge as they're to be taken seriously.
Yeah, I can agree.
Whatever
with that.
team loses, I don't think it goes, they're a nothing side.
No.
But I think it will put them back on the they're not Super Bowl contenders. They might make the playoffs.
Well, if Dallas wins this game, look. If Dallas doesn't make the playoffs, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah. Because the Eagles
considering the division,
the Eagles don't look great. Washington doesn't look great, and freaking
Giants have the number one pick already picked up.
So if Dallas does not get to the playoffs, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, no,
I don't know what to say.
Okay, fair enough. But I'm more meaning.
But you're meaning from a competitive standpoint.
Yeah, there's getting to the playoffs, and then there's turning up and then
doing more than making up the numbers. Essentially, yeah.
Whereas so I think that if Dallas can win this game, they could seriously go on a bit of a run. They've got a pretty good schedule after this. Carolina have also pretty good schedule up until their bye week, and then I think they're going to fall off a cliff. So this is a big game for both. I'm gonna pick Cowboys because McCaffrey's injured. I think a Panthers without McCaffrey are going to struggle. I don't think, Sam's been very good so far this year, but I think he just lost his biggest weapon, and I don't know how well he's going to handle that. Whereas I think Cowboys, they haven't lost any of their offensive weapons, and that defense is starting to show that it could be legit this year.
You're wrong.
Fair enough.
No, I'm picking Carolina because I think it's the best thing that possibly could have happened for Sam Darnold in his confidence and his career to go to Carolina, to start out with a good record. And he's starting to get comfortable with this team and starting to get into a rhythm with his actual talent. Unlike where he came from, where they were like, hey, kid, we need you to just do everything possible to get us wins because we're giving you nothing at all. There's no support for you on the field or off the field. And so and then when we lose, it's your fault. So he's out of that environment. Panthers have been playing well. I know that that's a big loss to them, but I'm going to say that Dallas is underprepared to play them. I think they're going to think it's an easy win, and I don't think it's going to be. So I'm picking the Panthers.
All right. Alrighty. Next up, we can go through this one pretty quickly. The Giants play the Saints.
You don't think Daniel Jones is going to go in there and ball out?
I think Daniel Jones is playing himself out of a contract. No, in all seriousness, look, the Saints have been very up and down in their 3 games so far. Some games they've looked incredible, others they've looked terrible.
It's been a bit of a rocky start for them, but I do think they are going to take the win here. I don't think there's any situation where...
The Giants have just looked horrifically bad, like horrifically bad. So, I'm definitely going Saints here. This is, I think, one of the more interesting matchups and a huge game for the Vikings.
I agree.
We have Browns at Minnesota against the Vikings. This is a very important game for the Browns as well, because I think this is a big win that they have to get if they want to prove that no, we are Super Bowl contenders this year. We are going. We are a team to be reckoned with in the AFC. Minnesota haven't I think Minnesota are undervalued at the moment. I don't think they've been particularly good, but I don't think that people are writing them off, and I don't think that they're a team to write off just yet. The reason I say that is both of their losses have come from an overtime loss against the Bengals, which was a last-minute overtime, and a missed field goal.
No, and I get that, but to me, that means luck isn't on their side. The 50-50 things aren't swinging their way, which can make or break a season. Yeah. So they've lost 2 games they probably should have won because 50-50 things aren't going their way. And also, I don't trust Kirk Cousins.
That is also fair.
I don't trust him.
No, that's also fair.
He is so up and down, but I think this team is better than their record is.
Yeah.
But I don't know I don't know how I feel about them yet.
My one big fear about the Browns is, and we kind of saw it last week, Baker is starting to throw to Odell more and more. And look, Odell is a great player, but Baker throwing to him when there isn't an option is a worry, because he did that last year. And once Odell got injured, Baker started playing very well. So I'm a little worried about that. I'm gonna call this an upset. I'm gonna say Vikings.
Okay. I'm gonna pick the Browns. Once again, I don't trust Kirk Cousins. I think they've lost 2 games they should have won, and I know a lot of it was luck not swinging their way, but also, I don't know if I don't know if I trust them in a game that I think this is going to be a close game. I think it's going to be a hard game. I know that the Browns haven't had a perfect season, but I'm going to pick the Browns.
All right. Next up, we have Detroit coming off that heartbreaking loss.
Is there anything more Detroit Lions
than losing on a 66-yard field goal? Yeah. But they're going into Chicago to potentially play the quarterback that was sacked 9 times.
We don't know. We have no idea what quarterback is actually playing, which is fascinating. But look, I personally, no matter what quarterback you put out there for Chicago, I am going to say the Lions break their losing streak.
I think the Lions are going to exercise.
Because I don't think they've been bad this season.
No, I don't think they have been either. And I think the Lions are going to come in and exercise some demons, especially after losing that game the way they lost it. I agree. But I also think that Chicago are going to want to bounce back after.
I agree with that.
Making 1 yard passing.
Okay, I agree with that. But I don't know how much they're going to be able to fix in the span of a week, especially if they are going to play Fields again.
Yeah.
Or even if they don't,
they play Foles.
If they play Foles, I think he's a talented quarterback still, but who does he have on the field that's helping him out?
No one.
So I'm probably gonna regret it because it's the Lions, but I'm gonna pick the Lions.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick the Lions as well, and definitely regret it on Monday. Next up, we have Houston at Buffalo against the Bills. We're just talking a massacre. Especially without Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah, if they had Tyrod Taylor, I would say this could be a very interesting game because I think he's very talented and has just had the worst luck you can possibly have as a quarterback. But with their backup in, I don't even know his name, I'm sorry. With the backup in, I think Josh Allen is going to have some fun in this game, and it's just going to be...
Yeah, I think Josh Allen's going to, again, prove why he will most likely win this year's MVP. He's been playing incredibly well, and I think this is just going to be a stat fest. He's just going to be putting up some stats to help his MVP numbers.
Yeah, probably.
All right, next up we have Indianapolis going into Miami against the Dolphins.
This is going to be interesting.
This is one I'm fascinated by because both teams are desperate for a win. I think the Colts need it more than anyone. But I also think the Dolphins need a real big bounce back, especially because their only win is against the Patriots. And I look at how the Patriots are playing at the moment.
Well, yeah, but they took the Raiders to overtime, and they barely lost that game. So
this one is a coin flip for me because I don't know.
I mean, I know I'm picking Miami. I know I'm picking Miami. I don't trust Carson Wentz with his injuries and with how he plays. I mean, is it possible the Colts go in and win this? Absolutely, but I'm giving the edge to Miami, especially at home.
Yeah, I'm going to pick Miami just in a very close one and a very, very close match. Next up, we have Washington at Atlanta against the Falcons.
Remember how you said that the Bengals and the Jags was going to be a terrible game? I think this one's going to be worse.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think this one is going to be worse.
Thank God this is on at 3 o'clock, so we won't have to watch it. Sorry, 3 a.m. We won't have to watch it. We'll be watching all the other ones. I'm going to go Washington for no reason whatsoever. I don't know why. I just don't. I don't know.
I'm right there with you. It's tough because the Falcons just barely getting that win over the Giants was just something to behold, and not in any sort of positive way. Washington isn't a great team, but I do feel like with Heineke, he at least gives them a chance. And I know Matt Ryan is also talented, but they just find ways to throw these wins away, man.
Yeah.
Like the Falcons just gonna Falcon.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna pick Washington, but I'm not super confident about it.
Yeah, I'm picking Washington as well, and I have no idea why. All right, we're into the 6 a.m. games. Next up, always a banger. Seahawks at San Francisco.
We've got our divisional battle in the NFC West.
Yep, the first NFC West divisional matchup.
What are you thinking?
Both teams coming off a loss.
Yeah.
Both teams desperate for a win.
Yep. And those divisionals are important, man. Like
these are always all-timers. Like the last 4 of them have like come down to a yard. So it's look, I'm going to say San Francisco because the Seahawks the last 2 weeks I have been really disappointing.
That's
been
fair.
really disappointing. San Francisco last in the Green Bay game weren't as disappointing. That you know, you lose it on literally a last second on an Aaron Rodgers miracle drive.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna say San Francisco, but this could go either way.
I'm gonna say the Seahawks because F San Francisco.
Fair. Next up, we have Arizona going into Los Angeles. Look, I'm gonna let I'm gonna let you go first.
Why? Why are you making me?
Because
go
I'm
first?
gonna pick with my head instead of my heart.
Okay, then pick.
I'm gonna pick the Rams. The Rams proving again why they are gonna prove again why they are the number 1 team in football right now. And it's going to be, I think it's going to be a close game. And I just want Arizona to put up a fight. Please, just put up a fight. But I think Arizona have been making a lot of mistakes, a lot of silly mistakes. And I think the Rams are going to capitalize on them. We haven't played a team that have been able to capitalize on our silly mistakes. So when we do make silly mistakes, they don't score a touchdown on us. Whereas I think Rams will. Rams defense is terrifying, and Stafford looks more and more comfortable with every single game. So I'm gonna say the Rams, and I hope I'm wrong, and I hope you.
No, you don't get to say that. You don't get to say that. If you're not gonna back the Cardinals, no matter what, you don't get to say that. You pick with your whole chest, or you don't pick at all.
Okay, fine. I'm picking the Rams.
Thank you. You don't get to be a traitor and then say, but I hope they lose. I'm picking the Cardinals because if I don't and they win, that makes me a traitor. Next.
Pittsburgh at Green Bay. Steelers going in to the frozen tundra against Green Bay.
No. Aaron Rodgers is going to chop them up and serve them for dinner. Steelers have shown me nothing this season that tells
washed.
me. Steelers have shown me nothing this season that tells me they're going to put up a fight against Green Bay. I know Green Bay had a terrible first game, but like
they've come back a little bit. Like they started to come back.
Not a little.
Yeah, fair enough.
Get out of here.
Fair
come
enough.
back a little bit. Their game against the 49ers was one of the best games I've seen all season.
Okay, fair enough.
And not because the teams played badly.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, no, this is gonna get ugly. This is gonna get very ugly.
No.
All right.
It's like RIP, man.
All right. Last one we have. Last one in the late window. Baltimore going all the way to Mile High against the Broncos. This is a massive game for the Broncos.
It is.
This is prove that you're a 3-0 team. Like prove it that you're a good team this year.
Prove that your 3-0 record isn't just because you've played easy teams.
Yeah, you've played genuinely shit teams.
If they can bring the Ravens to Mile High and beat them, then I will start believing the talk that the Broncos are the real deal in the AFC.
Yeah, if Broncos can win this game against the Ravens, one, it will start seriously putting question marks on the Ravens.
Yep,
because that's that's all 4 games they would have played this year where there's a real chance they could have been 0-4.
Yeah.
Real chance they could have been 0-4. Like there's a real chance Ravens should be 0-3 right now.
Yeah, I agree.
if Denver win this, it will be a huge upset. I'm picking Ravens. Like I'm definitely picking Ravens. But there's a part of me that hopes for an upset just because I'd love to see it, but I'm picking Ravens because I think they're just going to be too good, and hopefully Lamar's receivers can actually catch a ball this week.
Yeah, that would definitely be a start.
Yeah,
that would be helpful. Yeah, I think the Ravens are gonna go in and really want to use this game to prove something because they have kind of been off to a shaky start. But Mile High ain't easy, man.
Nope.
And if Denver wins this, I'll be very impressed, but I am going to pick the Ravens.
All right. And our Sunday night football game, Tom Brady returns to New England to play the New England
All right.
Patriots.
I want to put this out there. We've talked about this and it's totally not true at all, but I'm going to put this out there because it would be the best thing that Bill Belichick has ever done.
That's fair.
If this was the case.
Yeah.
So my theory, it's not really a theory, but I want it to be true. So I'm like going to pretend that it's a theory.
Your alternate reality.
It's my alternate reality thing where he sat down with Mac Jones and he was like, listen, week 4, we're playing Brady. Brady's coming into our house and this is what we're going to do. We're going to play some 4D chess, psychological warfare on Tom Brady. And I need you to tank as hard as you can the first 3 weeks of the season. I need you to make us look like absolute garbage for 3 straight weeks because then he's going to be like, not only do I get to go to my old home and win, but it's going to be easy. And you put this idea in their head that we miss him so much and we can't do this without him. But then we stop the tanking. We turn it up to 11 and we are 6 moves ahead in forward chess. That's not what happened. That is not what's going to happen. But I so badly want to see the universe where that's true.
Yeah, no. Tom's going to put 50 points on them. And this is going to get ugly. This is going to be an ugly game. Look. Okay. I could have seen a possibility of the Patriots winning this game if the Rams didn't just do what they just did to the Bucks.
Yeah.
If the Rams lost that game and the Bucks won that game, I could see I could see Brady taking it a little bit easy. I could very much see the emotion getting to him because they're going to be playing all the highlights, playing all the music. They're going to be playing all, and it's going to
be like a homecoming.
It's going to be a welcome home. Yeah. It's not going to be the enemy returns. It's going to be
because they're playing some psychological warfare.
Exactly. Like he's going to be trying to making him uncomfortable and making him be like, I'm back home. This is uncomfortable. Yeah. But I don't. That's not going to change anything, and I think they're going to put. I would not be shocked if it is if Tampa Bay put 50 points on New England this week. I really think that there is possible, because not only does not only will Brady want to win, because he'll want to prove that I should have stayed. You should have let me stay.
You should have kept me.
You should have kept me, and you should not only should you have kept me, you should have given me what I wanted in terms of offense, like all the offensive weapons. Not only that, you've got Gronk as well.
Yeah.
Who wants the same thing?
Yeah.
He'll want his quote unquote revenge of I'm here to prove it was us, not him.
Yeah, I get it.
So I think this could get real ugly real fucking quick.
I am also picking Tampa Bay, but I'm crossing everything I have for 4D chess psychological warfare.
This is the one that you'll be more than happy to get
I
wrong.
will take the massive L on this one if I get what I want. So
all right, and lastly, Monday Night Football.
This is going to be a banger.
We have Raiders at Chargers. Again, both teams.
Divisional game.
Both teams wanting to prove we're legit this year.
Yep.
And look, Raiders go in with a 3-0 record.
Yep. 2
overtime wins.
Yep.
And a fairly easy win against the Steelers, because the Steelers are terrible this year. This is I think their hardest match. Okay, actually no, that's not a lie. This isn't their hardest matchup yet. This has the potential to be one of their hardest matchups. But I also think that this is the start of their, all right, you're now expected to win.
Oh, yeah.
And
they have high expectations
now. So, they're expected to win this week. They've got a really simple run, or not simple, but they've got an easier run after this game, where they go Chargers, then they go Bears, Broncos, Eagles, Giants before they play and then they have their bye week.
Yeah.
So, then they have their bye after the Eagles, and then they play Giants. So it's there's a very real chance they could go 7-0 or 8-0 before they play Kansas City. The Chargers, on the other hand.
Okay, I don't want to go through entire team schedules doing picks of who's going to win these games.
Fair enough. Okay.
That doesn't matter with who you're picking right now.
Okay, I'm going to pick the Raiders in a very, 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 very close one, because I don't know. I have no idea why I'm picking the Raiders. I'm picking them because the Chargers just keep getting dumb flags in the worst possible spots.
You don't think Gruden and Derek Carr are going to Gruden this up?
They probably will. I mean, there's now expectations.
You can't use the Chargers as excuse when you have Gruden as a coach.
I know. They now have. So I know.
They have expectations to win.
Yes.
This game.
Yes, I'm
just making sure that you.
I'm picking Raiders. I'm going to regret it, but I'm picking Raiders.
I'm picking Chargers, because even though, look, Chargers have had plenty of opportunities against Kansas City to charger that up right at the end. I think they're getting into a groove.
Yeah.
I think playing at SoFi, they're going to want revenge after they got riffed out of that Dallas game.
Yeah.
And I think they're going to want to put on a show. They have something to prove. It's a divisional game, so they're going to want to be up for it.
Yeah.
That's crazy. They've had two divisional games in a row. But I'm picking the Chargers.
All right.
We're going Hollywood Herb here. We're going Herbie fully loaded. All right. That's what's gonna happen.
Well, those are our picks for this week.
Those are our picks for this week. Who do you guys have winning this week? We would love to see your thoughts in the comments, to hear what you think this season has been like so far. Maybe some early predictions as to who you think is clinching some playoff spots as well. Leave your thoughts in the comments, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We love it when you guys tune in. It's a lot of fun for us. This is something new that we're trying, so we hope that you guys enjoy it, and we will see you all next time.